We're good.
Are we live?
Are we live?
We haven't done one in a while.
Test.
Are we live?
It feels like it's been forever.
Yes. It's been a while.
It has.
Guys, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Pose, bro.
Pose. Give us a flex.
We're gonna need you to just do this the rest of the
Can I just
podcast.
do that for the whole hour?
Nah,
Don't ask
man.
me questions.
Nah,
Hey.
just put them here, bro. It's just it's a very comfortable, like casual setting, man.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
cool.
And thank
Yeah.
you to London's Bar and Tavern for hosting the podcast this week.
And they hosted the Power Lunch last
Yes.
week, which was a success.
Yes.
That comedy show was awesome. Dude.
That was really cool, man.
Man, it was funny.
Yeah.
The last guy.
The last guy killed it.
Yeah.
And
They
thank
were all
you.
good. They were all good.
Thank you.
I think
thank
I
you.
think it took the crowd a little while to get into it.
Yeah, because it was lunch.
But it was good, man. We need to do stuff like that more often. Keep everybody
Definitely.
entertained.
Definitely. Well, we actually have a meeting coming up next week, right? And today I was able to get the place for the meeting and then get the sponsor for the meeting. So,
nice.
Sergio, Mr. Mortgage, is going to be sponsoring the meeting, and the meeting's going to be at Killers Golf
Nice.
with Paco Vielma.
Gotcha.
This meeting's important to
Very important. Very important.
Very important to any builder, and not just builder, but partner that is also going to be participating in the Gallery of Homes this year.
Yeah. Cool.
And the importance
You
of
need
the
to sign
meeting, I need everybody to go, and I need everybody that's interested in being a part of this. I would like for y'all to hear this firsthand from Paco himself.
Can we make it mandatory for the builders? Like, just throw it out there.
if you're-
I really want the builders
Yeah,
there, man.
yeah.
More so than anything, because this is your opportunity to put your product out and showcase it so everybody could see it. So
and not just that, and also put your input.
yeah,
You know, like, if you want to have your voice in the organization, put your input.
Yeah.
Show up, and if you have questions, ask your questions, man.
Absolutely.
Because this guy is going to show you everything he's going to do to make sure that we have a successful gallery.
and in the spirit of constantly evolving, the gallery is extremely important, right? And it's kind of our Super Bowl as builders every year.
Yes, sir.
And so this year, we decided that we were gonna, pay up a little bit more than normal.
Yes.
To make sure that it's a success. And Paco's been doing this for a couple decades.
Yeah.
Give credit where credit is due.
Yep.
Whenever I was in the Parade of Homes, man, we'd see 300 families a weekend.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yeah, dude.
Easy.
And so why not get that guy? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so that's what we got.
And I have a question. Like, when it comes to the gallery, what's the difference between that and the Parade of Homes? Like,
Well, the Parade of Homes, for every builder, I'm sure, has heard of it. The Parade of Homes is something that's been around forever. It's not just here in the Valley. So I've actually had people tell me, "Oh man, like it's been in the Valley. It's only here in the Valley." I'm like, "No, the Parade of Homes is everywhere, right? There's a Parade of Homes of Laredo.
All markets have them.
Corpus.
Yes,
Yeah.
Corpus.
Yeah.
All the markets have it. The difference here is that we are an independent association, and we're gonna make
Ran
sure
by builders.
Ran by
right?
builders.
Started by builders.
started by builders.
For builders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's part of our mission statement, right?
And we've had a lot of builders, dude. We've had Parade of Home winning builders also in, like, not just in our organization, but we have them as chairs of committees or board members. Like you participated in
I
Parade of Homes
did.
before.
Yeah, I did. I won a couple awards. Yeah.
So everybody knows what it is to be a part of that. That's why, like, when you compete in something and you know what you would want in return,
Yeah.
why wouldn't we make it even better?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think part of the reason, we got this thing going is so that our showcase, our gallery of homes is a success and is fair, right? And
Right.
so we got builders putting in input. We want everybody's input, truly, to create an event that is going to be kick-ass and is going to be fair for everybody.
Fair.
Yeah.
And
Fair.
is it the same concept? Like, everybody gets to a roadmap, basically, of where the homes are. They go visit them
Yeah.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Same concept.
There's voting.
Yes.
You say there's a saying that says, "Don't reinvent the wheel."
Yeah.
Something already works, and Paco has that already, right?
However, I will say this, right, because I think it's very important to continue evolving as an individual but also as a business, right, and as an organization. And so like, we want to showcase the homes and all that. But the reason it's slightly different is it's a gallery, right?
Yeah.
And when we first came up with that concept, we were really trying to drive home the idea that builders are artists and the homes they create are art.
Right.
And what we're trying to do with that statement is change the perception of builders, right, and the way they're seen in the community. Man, I know a bunch of builders, right? I say this all the time in this chat. Man, I got more builder friends now than I have friends, right? And so I know a lot of these guys, and man, they're just trying to do a good job.
Yeah.
Just trying to do, right by their families and provide and leave a legacy. And so we're trying to frame that narrative as far as builders are concerned, that we are artists in the homes that we create our art, and hence the gallery.
I don't think people understand how special a person is, especially a builder, when like a builder is faced with so many different obstacles before a house is actually turned over to a client.
I was having this conversation earlier with somebody, and we were talking about just that. Like, okay, for a while there, it was really important for me that my kids take over, right? And my son. So the reason we hadn't had a podcast the last 2 weeks is, I wanted to spend time with my son before he went to college, and kudos to him. He's at A&M right now. Awesome.
Gig 'em.
Third day, yeah, gig 'em. Whoop.
Let's go.
And it was important for me for him to take over, and the company will still be here if he decides to do that. But man, it's tough, bro, being a builder. There's 9,000 parts that go into building a house.
It's not
There's over 500 personalities that you got to deal with, and that's one house.
Yeah.
Right. And then throw in 10, 15, 20. And not, it's just a bunch of spinning plates, high stress level.
Very high.
Yeah. You're trying to keep everybody happy, and you absolutely are not going to. You know that.
Yep.
Right? And you do it, and you wake up, and you do it anyway every day.
Yes, sir.
I don't know that I necessarily want him to do that. Right?
Right.
If he wants to take over and by his account and by his motivation, then great. But man, it's a tough job, bro.
It is.
It is a really tough job.
It is.
I always tell people the number one skill in building is solving problems.
Yeah. I agree with you 1,000%.
You have to.
Always.
You have to. You have no
There's a
choice.
problem every day, bro.
Always.
Every single day.
Every day.
You putting out a fire somewhere.
Every day.
Yeah.
And no matter what
No
you
matter
do.
how much you plan.
Yeah. And no matter what you do, how you say, you try and keep everybody happy, it's impossible.
It's impossible. And it's always something new, right? Like I'm not going to say who or what, but I had a client call me the other day or send a text message that there was an appraiser going out the next day and there was an ant pile outside. I didn't know that was an issue.
Why would that be an issue?
It's an issue to
Probably got
them.
bit.
It's an issue to them, right? And so here we go, right? Like he's on his way over there. Okay, well, sorry about that. Let's get somebody over there and take care of the ant pile. That's a problem I had never faced, right? It's
For
a very
sure.
simple thing.
For sure.
But it's like something always new.
Right.
Always something new.
Yeah.
Y luego, so what'd you do? You had to get rid of the ant pile, or?
Plus, we send the pest control guy to spray the ant pile, knowing very well that the appraiser's not going to care about an ant pile. But the customer still is concerned, right? And so you got to make
gotta
your
keep
best
them happy.
effort to keep your customers happy.
And that's money coming out of your pocket to do.
Of course,
you know?
no, it's not coming out of my pocket. It's coming out of my kids, tuition and my whatever.
You know, it's so crazy. I just went through one myself too, bro.
I'm just bitching at
And I
this
won't say name or anything, but I went ahead and put the frame on one of the houses before we start ditching for foundation. And the guy that did this, we sent pre-pour, and there was a problem. There was a problem on, if you're looking, if the house, if this is the house and you're standing here on the right side, there was a problem. So I tell him what to do to fix that problem.
Mm-hmm.
So this right here is my designer, and this
What
guy
up?
this guy designs the houses, And I call him like, hey, I have to reduce this room. How much can I reduce it? It's a good sized guest room. He's like, you know what? Reduce it 10 inches. You should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we reduce it, and it still didn't pass after we sent pre-pour. It didn't pass by like an inch from the reduction that I had told the guy to do.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm a man. Hey, that's my fault. I admit where I'm wrong, right? Mm-hmm. This guy didn't mention to me that he was encroaching on the garage part.
On the front
Gotcha.
setback.
That's what got to me. Because I was like, dude, if I know that I'm wrong here, I was like, hey, man, I'm a man. You know what? Let's fix it. Let's move the form. We'll send and go get pre-pour again.
Yeah.
Right? But whenever it came back, and I was like, wait. So I'm okay with being wrong on the right side of the house. You told me about that. And when we walked the whole other form, you showed me that we were fine everywhere else. As a matter of fact, I remember him telling me, aquí estamos bien.
Yeah.
But when we get the damn results back, and it's not like by an inch, 2 inches, bro. It's by a good amount.
Yeah.
So I was like, how is it? Oh, and then to move the form, this guy wants to charge me for that mistake.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
Bro, that's one sub, one instance in one house. Bro, that happened. Like, that's
You know
what
what
I'm
I
trying
mean?
to say.
Like, that's for people listening, those are things that, and nobody knows about those things because you're not going to put these trouble on Facebook, no, like people.
Hashtag builder problems.
Yeah, like people only show the good, like the good glory, whatever, whatever glory comes from it or whatever the hell it may be for a person. But there's problems in construction all the fucking time.
Every day.
All the time.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
As a matter of fact, we haven't even pulled anything out and we're already with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the crazy part, you know? That's the crazy part. But you know what? Today we have Mr. Christopher Lozano. AKA the Blueprint.
The blueprint.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did introduce yourself, brother?
All right, guys. Like he said, my name is Christopher Lozano. My design company is called The Blueprint Architectural Designs.
Cool.
The Blueprint, obviously, because we make blueprints, but it's more because there's a blueprint laid out for every builder to have success.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I was going to show you guys as far as the systems that I have in place. But Mario wanted to share my builder stories before we get to this because he wanted people to know that it's all not happy and roses and rainbows, right? Like, there's times where there's storms, it's rainy.
Obviously, we started off with that, right?
Right.
Great segue.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. So, like, that's why I said
You used to be a builder.
Yes,
that's what I heard.
I used to be a builder, and my number one asset was or skill was solving problems because there was always a problem.
Yeah,
always putting out fires. No matter if it's with a trade partner, a client, or my partners, there was always something, right? And so, I've been through it, man. I've been through all the trenches, and I actually brought my shirts for proof because, like, I keep these to remind me, like, what I've been through, the struggles that I face, and and that won't hold me back from my goals. Like, it just motivates me more, right?
You gotta keep going.
And so, I've actually had
when you start in the construction business?
It's funny. So I went to school for drafting here at STC. Shout out.
Yeah.
I got my associates, and then I'll never forget Eliseo Garza from Big Realty. Mm-hmm. He gave me an opportunity to help sell homes with him.
Cool.
And we ended up going to Mr. Martin Villanueva Construction.
Yo.
That was my first job.
The legend.
The legend, yes,
The
sir.
one, the only.
Mr. Martin.
Shout out to Mr. Villanueva. He's an awesome man. And even him, like, he started as a framer.
Yeah.
And a carpenter.
Yeah.
And he grew it to what he is now. So
He's got a great story, man.
Yeah. And so he gave me an opportunity where he had developed a couple subdivisions out there in North McAllen. And I started doing sales. And for me to get a commission, I had to get a client to sign, right? And so I started putting 2 and 2 together. And I was like, well, in order for them to sign, they need to agree on a floor plan. Mm-hmm. And so I started just out of my way. I was like, you know what? Let's meet up at a Starbucks. I'd create the layout for them and then get them to agree to it and then get a contract. And that's how I would get paid.
Gotcha.
And so that's how I started doing it. I was like, man, like, this is pretty easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I can do this, like, to make money. It seems right. So I did that. I was with Vienna Construction for about 6 months. I got the hang of everything. And then I was like, you know what? I think I can do this on my own. And so that's where the first company comes into hand. It's called
Says everybody in the industry, right? I can do this. Está fácil.
Fácil, güey.
no problem.
Everybody
right?
could be a
I got
builder.
this.
You just do this and that and that and that, and then you got a house.
Exactly. So I actually started a company called Custom Homes by Lozano with one of my relatives, actually.
All right.
And I was the drafter. He was the engineer. He lived in Houston, though. And We had a good team, and as soon as we started our first project, man, once we laid out foundation, we both didn't read the restrictions that it had to be a side garage and not a front garage, right? And so, kind of like you, we already trenched everything out, and we're like, "Fuck, dude! Like, how do you miss that, right?"
Right.
And so because of it, we got into like this huge argument, and I was just like, you know what, man? Like, if this is the way it's gonna be, I don't want no part of it.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Like,
Shit.
First house,
first house, first project, and we had 5 others lined up, and something came between us where, you know, I was here locally, he was in Houston, and plus I was doing everything, like,
Yeah.
you know, he was the money guy. I was here communicating with the clients, with the trades, and he goes behind my back to try to snake the other clients, basically.
Yeah.
And starts bad mouthing. All this stuff. I don't like to talk about all that because I don't have no hate towards anybody.
Right,
Like,
no,
you know,
for
I
sure.
just move on. But because of that, I had to form a company in 2 weeks. I found an investor. I was like, you know what, dude? I have X amount of clients. Like, I just need you to help me out with the finances. And that's how I got started with Texas Home Builders, THB.
Yeah, cool.
Right?
Keep it regional.
Yeah, and I'm good at marketing, guys, FYI. and branding. Right? And so I started that, and then we blew up too fast.
Okay.
You know, we're 5 projects at once, very little capital, and I made the mistake of offering to pay for the closing costs on all these projects.
Yeah.
Oh,
Upfront.
man.
Yeah.
Up front, right? So, like, I'm already in the hole. I paid over $40,000.
Yeah. Shit.
Right. Yeah, and so at that point, I didn't understand the draw process and how it all worked, right? I was like, the money's there. They're going to give it to me somehow or the other. And my clients were like, hey, well, one of my clients needed to pay up front for other things with the project, but that not with the actual building process of it.
Right.
Right. And so I'll never forget this. It was one of my like nightmares. The bank calls me. They're like, hey, Chris, my partner at that time, my investor, he was money hungry.
Yeah.
You know, looking for money. And he had other businesses. Like, there was no need to get out of this, right? And he kept being real, like, persistent about it. Like, hey, I need money. I need this. I need that. And I was like, hey, man, like, we're barely growing. Like, we haven't even finished the house for you to take any money out.
Right.
And so then we got into an issue. He ends up talking to the banks, and they just stopped all construction on all projects.
So now you got clients that are extremely upset,
And I'm talking about
freaking
like,
out.
I'm already 85% complete. Cabinets are up, countertops are up. Like, I just need the tile selections and all that. And I'll never forget this. I was sitting in a room with the bank, attorneys, clients, and their attorneys, and he wasn't there. It was just me. Like, he left me out to dry.
No.
But wait, how many years ago was this?
This was back in 2016, 2017. And that to me was like, wow, like, this is the worst of the worst. Like,
Yeah.
And then they're accusing me of like all these things, and I'm just like, wait, what? Stealing and spending money on other things. And I was like, I did nothing of the
You know,
sort.
it's so crazy, bro, that you're actually saying this because I had a meeting today with somebody that he has a cabinetry company, he does granite work, and he has another company that supplies materials for builders. And this guy was telling me his story, and there's a lot of instances where like he was the money man,
Yeah.
and he gave like a lump sum amount of money to a builder. And this builder was using that money to start foundations on homes, and they were selling spec homes. So this guy was like, okay, I'm gonna give $1,000 or $2,000 on this lot, and then I'm gonna use $30,000 from the money that you gave me to start the foundation here, or whatever the case may be. Start framing. We'll pull money out of the bank. We'll get a construction loan on that. And this guy was telling me that he's like, dude, I gave this guy $300,000 cash.
No. What?
Yeah, so he was telling me today, he's like, I gave this guy $300,000, and the guy, I know who the builder is. The guy builds pretty good homes, right? But he was just telling me, he's like, I never saw that money back in return. He was like, dude, and right now they're going through legal shit. And he was telling me, he was like, dude, it's to the point, bro. He goes, it's to the point where I just want my $300,000 back. He's like, I know his company's worth way more than that. Yeah. He's like, but I'm just so tired of fighting with this guy that I just want my money back.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's just like, there's people like that. Like, I'm not saying, hey, become a builder and go look for an investor because shit is hard, right?
It is.
Yeah.
But dude, it's so crazy you're saying that.
Is that builder in our organization?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
and,
cool.
and I would definitely let you know.
Yeah, please.
No, and the issue is because some builders, like, this is their only source of income, and when you're in that position, it's very hard. You have to be really smart with your finances and how you're spending everything, because until that house is complete and you turn over the keys,
Don't
there's
go
no
buy
profit.
rims,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
Don't get the truck.
There's none.
don't go be so and so.
It's because
construction.
Look, dude. Look, let's be honest. In the industry, there's builders that live off draws. That is for sure. We're not gonna say it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It happens. You know, sometimes people are living a life that doesn't pertain to them, and it's okay because sometimes people try to give an image that it doesn't pertain to them.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, the reality of construction is builders, realtors don't get paid, or anybody gets paid until shit gets closed. The only people getting paid are your trades.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pay your people
Pay your people. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man, there's been houses, bro. We don't make no money. It happens.
You're
I've
just
been there.
lucky that it was a zero, not a negative.
Just make sure everybody got paid.
Right?
Just make sure everybody got paid.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. And so for me, I was lucky, man. One of my good friends, Jason Medina, Gem Construction.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, bro. He's on the organization.
Yeah. He bailed me out with these projects and he helped me finish them. I just
Really?
gave him over. I was like, bro, can you please help me with this? Like, I don't care if I don't make any money. I just want to make sure the clients.
Yeah.
can
Jason's
finish.
a good guy, bro.
Yeah,
great guy,
dude.
bro.
He's a
that's-
great guy. Shout
So
out
he
Jason.
took on 5 houses.
He took on most of them. The other ones, they finished it through
Yeah.
what the bank did, though.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Jason and Christopher Garcia, he's a realtor. They work together. I do their designs also, but he bailed me out of that. And so it was a scary situation, man. I can't say, like, it's almost like my whole world got flipped upside down.
How many nights did you stay up without any sleep?
I went through depression. Like,
Yeah.
the craziest thoughts, like, just
It's 'cause
went through
it
my
weighs
head.
on you.
It
Yeah.
does.
Of course it does, bro.
The
How am I gonna
responsibility.
get out of this?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I
That right
ever
there.
going to get
Yeah.
out of this?
There's no exit.
Make up.
Yeah, and you're just,
That's a scary feeling.
it is, and you're just like, man, like, what did I get myself into? How am I going to get out of this? Like, it seems like the end of the world, actually.
Pues sí, güey.
And
No, hombre, pues you just build a house así de volada y no pasa nada.
It's
just find an investor, get their $300K, and start all over. Right?
Anybody can do it.
Yeah, so no, that was a big reality check for me where I was like, man, like, there's a lot more to it that I don't know. So I need to start learning that part, right?
Yeah.
And that was with the banks and then with the mortgage companies and how they work on the draws. And after that, I was like, you know what? Maybe if I can work with people that I trust, I won't run into these situations. And so I got together with a couple of my good friends. I would call them my best friends at the time. And we started a company. Here's the next one. Accent Construction. Accent with an X, but it's accent because for like the accents on the walls.
Yeah.
Right? So it had like a meaning like that. And we were doing great, man.
You got more shirts.
Oh, yeah, I do. I got way more
Fucking
We got multiple shirts.
Bro.
I'm already on the 3rd company, guys, FYI.
That's
And
wild.
so at that point we were like, okay, I started looking at margins and I was like, okay, there's like 120 builders in the Valley. There's like 10 in Corpus Christi market. I was like, let's go that way. And so one of my partners was from Corpus. And so we started attacking that market and we were booming, man. We were growing. I had a house in Robstown, Taft, Portland, Aransas Pass, like just all over there,
Yeah.
right? And then little by little, one of my partners, he stopped showing the accounts to us. And we couldn't see where any of the money was going, who is it going to, none of that. And I thought, to me, that was real shady. Like,
I mean, yeah.
right? Like, it doesn't take a genius, right? And I always pay attention to my gut, and I was like, man, like, there's something so shady about this. And I'll never forget, like, just one random week, he's out in Germany, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm over here,
he became a world traveler.
dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, something is not right here. Like, I'm over here just struggling to pay my bills and get food on the table, and he's out there in Germany vacationing.
What was that guy, dude, that came out on Netflix that was like, he was on those dating apps and he like swindled a bunch of his like girls that he met. What was that show? It was a documentary.
Yeah, it was a documentary.
And he was like living it up,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, but it wasn't dating apps. But he threw the one that threw the concert, right?
Well, no,
At that
that's,
island?
but there's another one, bro, that was on dating apps. Like he was, yeah.
And he was like taking money.
He's swindling money, yeah. Crazy.
Damn.
You know what's even crazier? I'll tell
That's
you
like
one
your
that's
partner.
I'll tell you one that's crazy. So I'll say this story. Check this shit out. So This past week, I get a call from an ex-client of mine, right? He's not an ex-client. He's just a previous client. Sold him a multifamily unit. He called me. This guy had gotten renters to get on the units, right? Well, one of the renters, she was a dancer. Well, this dancer starts dating a guy from like Atlanta or something like that. The guy comes down, and this guy, dude, I would pass by and I'd be like, damn, some hood ass cars. Like who's living here, right? And like, man, these cars look raunchy. But all right, bro, whatever. It's none of my business. Not my property. Whatever. Dude, this girl gets beat up by this guy, gets put through a wall. They break doors and they break all this stuff.
In
dude.
the unit?
Yes, dude. They break cabinetry and stuff. So the guy calls me, right?
Oh shit.
Long story short, he asked me for help. He wanted to go ahead and fix all the problems, all the damages. We helped him out. We took care of him. Good to go. I had told him, I was like, hey, man, because he was like, I want to sell it or whatever. And I was like, well, let me know whenever you want to put it on the market. I'll put it on the market for you. As a matter of fact, just let me know.
Yeah.
We'll sell it quick. And he was like, all right, I'll let you know, whatever. Okay. He gets a call from another real estate agent, and the agent is a Airbnb enthusiast, right? So the guy convinces him to place his fourplex under Airbnb, and the guy tells him how to set it up.
All 4 units?
All 4 units, Airbnb,
Short-term.
Mama Lawn. Whatever was vacant, which out of the 4, let's say he had 2 at the time, he started with 2. He started doing Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
Well, this guy, this is what he tells me. He's like, no, but he seemed like a really nice guy, so all he asked me is that he was going to control the account, and then he would be cash apping me my profits. Dude,
Red flag.
Dude, this guy did it for a year and never saw any money.
Oh shit. And they were his units.
Hey, it takes time to make. Oh man, this is a podcast about like do your due
Nightmares.
diligence, research your partners. Oh my god.
So I asked him, I was like, so when did the, and I was thinking about it, I was like, for him.
Meanwhile, he's making the note.
No,
right?
no. Meanwhile, his job is supplementing for the note, obviously, right?
Oh,
So he was
shit.
like, no, es que pues, he told me that he was going to eventually send me the money. So I started looking up this guy. I'm like, okay, so who is this guy? Because there's not a lot of people I don't know, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, who are you, bro? So I started looking him up or whatever. Turns out I don't know the guy, but I've heard of his company that does this. And I went through their bio, and I was like, oh, it must be nice. So in his bio, the guy has rental properties like in Florida. He has rental properties here, California, and his thing is like, I'm a traveler's enthusiast that loves to eat different food and travel the world or something. And I was like, what? I was like, wow, scheming, dude. That's a scheme, bro.
Yeah.
That's a scheme.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man.
And I think how gullible can you be as a person to, dude, you're going to tell me I'm going to give somebody access to my property and not see a dime off of it?
For a year.
For a year.
yeah.
For a year.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't even know what to say about that. Like, because you shouldn't have done that.
Why would you even, like,
I mean, come on, man.
I think also like
I'm sorry.
I don't know, dude. It's like, what the heck, bro?
maybe he didn't know like the industry and the whole Airbnb. So like I know when something new that you're not aware about, like it kind of intimidates people and scares them. So it's like, you know what, you take the wheel on this. And
Look, bro.
he
This
took more than the
podcast
wheel.
brought to you by the Zen House. At by the way, speaking of Airbnb,
There's an Airbnb.
There's a good plug right here. I just got a request to rent it out.
There you go. But chinga, dude. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and there's people like that, man, and it's crazy because like everybody, you want to think everybody has good intentions and has a kind heart and all that, but like it's not like that.
Yeah, man.
I
Do your
believe,
due diligence.
I truly believe in karma, right? So I think to myself,
Same.
Yeah, but karma ain't gonna pay the bills.
exactly, yes, sir. But with what conscience do you do this? Knowing that you're like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, Ronnie, I'm gonna list your Airbnb. I'm gonna run it for you, and I'm gonna send you your cut every time. You know it's getting rented out. You
Yeah.
pass by that house, and there's people
Yeah, there's a
parked.
different family all the time.
You know what
You're
I
just sitting there.
mean?
Meanwhile, you're in the corner just like begging for money.
That's wild, right?
Yeah, that sucks, man.
That's
Yeah,
wild. All right.
So we're on
Okay,
company
yeah.
number 3.
Number 3. So then that happened, right? And so, long story short, I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this person. So I just left. I'm not the type to beg or fight. I walked away. I'd rather have my peace of mind than, you know, to
The fight.
give up. Yeah, and like change the type of person I am and my character. So I walked away, and then I started next one is just a side project, but we started Structure, and funny story.
You're the guy.
Yeah. That's what I was getting to. At that point, we're like, okay, we need to piggyback off somebody, right? Like, who's one of the top builders? And we saw your company,
Yeah.
Structure. And when we would Google it, I was like, well, it's almost the same. Let's just change a couple letters. And so we put a STRUX, Structure.
Yeah, I see that. And this podcast is over.
But like I said,
we sent out a cease and desist. Actually, we did. I had an attorney send out a cease and desist.
And
Did
that's
y'all
why
ever
it
get
doesn't.
that?
No, I never got it. My bad. That's probably so. Then we started that company. We did like a piggyback, and I was like, okay,
Let me call my attorney. He's here, man. Come serve him.
Show up, dude.
I removed myself from the LLC, so we're good.
Is it still in business?
No, so that what happened with that company is COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and so
Good to hear.
How many houses did you all build?
so there we had two projects. I'm gonna say they had two projects. One here in Vendome Estates, and then one in Corpus and Taft. And that's when the material escalation was happening. So we were here.
Did that affect you guys? That
Oh,
affected
big!
you?
It collapsed us. It closed us down. So what ended up happening with both actually is with the lumber. You know,
Yeah,
when
the spike in lumber was crazy.
the OSB went to like $65 a sheet when it's normally like 20, 15. And so both of our lumber packages went over 30,000, man.
Yeah.
And that alone.
Did you
that's
have?
a
Did you?
builder's
What
profit.
contract did you have at the time?
It wasn't a cost plus. It was a set rate. Like we're going to charge you this much per square foot. And
You guys didn't have an escalation clause on there? Mm-mm. So if
that's
you
what I
join
learned about contracts. Yeah.
if you join STBA, we do have an escalation clause on our contracts that protects builders from that.
Yes.
That was actually the main reason that we started STBA and got together.
It was during the COVID time that y'all got it going.
Yeah, it was during the COVID times because everybody was freaking out
Yeah, it
with
was-
the prices going up. So
It
we
was
all got
crazy.
together and then we decided to form STBA.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that actually hurt a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
We didn't escalate. We didn't exercise the escalation clause with any of our clients. Although we probably should have. But moving forward, we now that we have that contract and it's clearly stated on there, man, I highly encourage builders when you have your clients in front of you, explain it.
Yeah.
Go over it.
Yeah.
You're not trying to screw anybody over, but I mean, if you're gonna spend 6, 8, 9 months in a house, you should make some money. Nobody
Right.
works for free.
Yes, sir.
Nobody's a slave. There's things that are out of your control, like lumber. It's a commodity, right? It's
Yes,
traded in the open market, and so you have no control over what the price is going to look like 6 months from now.
Yes, sir.
So, highly recommend that you use a STBA contract if you're in the organization.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where
And if
can
you're
they
not in
get
the
access to
organization,
that?
get on. Just text Mario, bro. He'll send it to you.
Hey, we got a company from Laredo that's jumping on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're building here too. So it's a pretty big company. So I'm excited about that. But it's crazy, man, and it's unfortunate too because I know that you start these projects with a good mind and a healthy
intentions.
spirit and good intentions to try and make money to eat. I mean, dude, honestly, we make money to live. That's what we're doing it for.
It's
To
a
live.
living, bro.
It's a
a living. Everybody's just trying to do, trying to do their job.
Yep.
Trying to do their job.
That's all it is, man. But
Structure.
so
With an X.
with an X.
this guy, bro.
Structure home design. There's more to it. But
Whatever.
It didn't make it.
so no, I still have a construction company. It's a Christopher Lozano builder and designer. But right now it's just on I have a house coming up in a couple months, but it's not something that I'm focused on. It's more, I want to help others not go through what I went through.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like, how can I help the industry so that nobody else has to go through what I went through? So that's where I created the blueprint.
Yeah, bro. Stories of failure are just as important as stories of success.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so that's where this business came about. And there's a lot of systems that I want to talk about. And I guess we can start. I don't know if I should pass it on.
Yeah, bro. Let me see what you got.
So we created a cost analyzer where this can be done automatically. And so if I can look at a floor plan and I'll calculate all the windows, the doors, based on the square footage, the living and the non-living, your garage, it starts auto-generating a price per square foot to charge the client.
Gotcha.
Right? And that's how you get this number.
Yeah.
And it's easier than saying, hey, client, I'm going to charge you $100 a square foot. Okay, well, what does that even cover? Are you sure you're going to make money
Be
out of that?
very careful.
Very,
Very, very careful. To
Very.
every builder.
every
Don't
builder.
just spit out
A number.
price per square foot.
Never.
Every house
never,
is different.
Never do that. Please.
You will lose. I promise. I
He says-
swear to you.
Put it up here.
Yes.
Put it up here in the back.
And that's
So, yeah,
the truth.
yeah.
And so I created this system.
Here.
And the cool thing is with the builders is there's a back end where we can include your percentage.
Mm-hmm.
That way you know for sure, hey, I'm at least making this much when I quote the price.
Gotcha.
Right?
You know what's beautiful about that? It breaks down to like the freaking nail, bro.
Yeah.
Badass. We need to share this with everybody.
Yeah. And actually, Mario, he has it set up for his, because he's taking over Kingsville and the South Texas area up there.
Yeah, good.
And so we already have it generated for him to price out any client, any floor plan based on the numbers that he has out there. And that's going to be the next sheet that I show you guys.
Cool.
It's all based off a database, you know, like what you're paying for X amount, like windows, doors, it goes foundation labor,
Yeah.
right? All that stuff. So these numbers aren't just made up.
Right.
This is a price list.
Yeah, basically.
Current and how can you adjust this? Because this is the fucking
It's going up
market
and down,
goes
up and
like
down.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing, I have one set with different builders. Shout out Bell Construction, Eddie.
Oh, Eddie's using it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Shout
Yeah,
out to
Shout out Eddie.
We sat down. We were there for about almost 3 hours, and we're putting in all his costs. And so
Yeah.
every project, we just update it,
Yeah.
right? And everyone's particular because everyone gets different pricing.
You're,
on
you're,
certain
you're
things.
just updating the numbers that are changing.
Yeah.
And that thing's generating it for you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah. And so it's a way for you not to put, or builders not to put themselves in a situation where, you know, where they don't make money. Like
Yeah.
you said, like nobody wants to work for free. Like everybody should at least make something off every project.
Of course.
I mean, but be mindful. Don't take on like 15 projects thinking you're gonna kill it. Like we said, it's 9,000 pieces to one house. Imagine like
times 10.
Yeah, pretty much. And so what it also, and this is all in an Excel sheet, and these are all within the one system. And so another thing, because a lot of people, like, you have clients who can get overwhelmed by the whole process, right? Because there's a lot to do. And so you just simplify it to them. And then this sheet right here just says, hey, client, you're responsible for the allowances, right? Which would be your doors, your plumbing fixtures, your countertops, the tile selection, the
Yep.
electrical fixtures. And you just give it to them. And you're like, here, just follow this. And it's going to give you estimated what we're willing to cover for every single item.
Yep.
Right. And then this next one actually breaks it down because a lot of people are like, well, okay, how many chandeliers, how many fans, how many toilets? Well, here's a list and it breaks it down for you.
Cool.
And it's all right here. And it even gives you like, this is what we would spend on something like that. So if you go over, client, you automatically know
You gotta
you're
pay.
gonna
Yeah.
it's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's part of the system.
That's awesome, man. That's really good.
Yeah.
But that came from failure.
yeah.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yes.
It became a thing where like, man, guys, like it's hard. And, you know, in my room.
And you'll have to continue evolving
always,
with this.
always.
Like, it's not like, okay, it's done here and this is going to work forever.
Right.
yeah, no.
You're going to have to adjust this every 6 months.
Yes,
pretty
sir.
much.
Yeah.
No, every project.
Yeah. I mean, really.
I mean, if you think about it, not all
Yeah.
square feet are the same.
Well,
they're not
think about what
different
happened during
windows.
COVID and the uptick in material costs. It was like from one day to the next, bro.
Dude,
It's
that
crazy.
was wild. I remember the old man shut like
Maybe not one day, but you know.
He had the I guess you could say a little bit of a privilege to just shut the whole operation down. When he had all the spikes, he was just like, I don't give a shit. Shut it all down.
That way he
Yeah.
doesn't lose any money.
That's wild. I remember that, dude.
Yeah.
He just stopped everything cold turkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad, man, he's got a lot of experience, bro.
Yeah, he does.
He's
We've
crazy.
been doing this for a while.
He's crazy.
And there's also a calculator, right? You calculate the tile for the shower walls, the walls. There's
Nice, bro. That's badass.
countertops, drywall, OSB. There's even the shingles.
So, are you willing to share this, or how does this work?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is all part of my services. I just need people to know that I'm willing
Yeah.
to share it with all builders.
Yeah, cool.
And that's why I appreciate Mario bringing me out
So
here.
you do drafting,
Yeah.
right? builder comes up to you and says, "Hey, man, can you design this house for me?"
Yeah.
He has access to this stuff.
Those are additional services.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That I offer.
But for a new builder, I would recommend it.
Yeah. No, please. Right.
Yeah.
Do
Like,
it.
why wouldn't you give yourself the advantage?
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Don't put yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
That's all. That's
exactly.
more than anything, right?
Yeah.
And this next one's actually my favorite, and I've yet to use it with any builder. But it's a live builder schedule. So if you actually read it, it's all the steps needed from A to Z.
You got one that's like double zoomed in.
It's A to Z.
For the bifocals.
No jala.
Mario said I couldn't bring my laptop up here, so I had to print stuff.
He showed up with his laptop and said, put that shit away,
I'm the
dog.
laptop guy, so I was like, wait, what? I can't get my laptop. But that right there would be the blueprint for building a home from A through Z on all the steps, right? And on the system, you can update them, and once you say completed or in progress, up here on the top, it starts giving you a chart and a percentage of how far you are from
All
being
in
complete.
Excel?
Yeah. So it starts
Badass.
moving. Like, it
Yeah.
starts generating the chart for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then one of the variables, it starts changing the completion date because it already tells you based on all this estimated time, which is around 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. And the more that you start completing these tasks, this starts updating itself.
Yeah,
too.
dude, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, is there more?
Yeah.
No, okay, keep going.
Ronnie's into this kind of stuff, bro. Like,
Yeah, bro, you got to.
you
right?
have to. Yeah.
You got to try to make it as easy as possible.
You have to.
So you can just
almost
focus
there.
on your product and focus on the client.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly. And so this next one is just a financial report where you get to see what you charge and then what you're actually getting from the draws, and you get to see if you're plus or minus on every draw.
Gotcha.
So,
Cool. Very cool.
and then this is like my goal sheet, but I have a list of trade partners that I've worked with from here to Corpus, and so I always share these with the new builders.
Nice.
That I work with. I'm like, hey man, if you have recommendations, these are the people that I recommend.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with them for several years.
Yeah.
And, you weed out the good and the bad, right?
Yeah.
So like, you keep the good, you weed out the bad.
Right.
And so these are like good people, honest men that
Yeah.
like to work. So, and that's something that I also share with
That's badass.
that's why it's called the
I'm-
blueprint.
Yeah. Don't fuck it up like I did, right?
Yeah, please don't.
It's amazing the amount of
That's the tagline, right?
Don't
The
fuck
blueprint.
it up.
Don't fuck
Fuck
it
it
up.
up like I did.
Yeah, and so that's what
badass.
that's what I offer. And then also, when it comes to designing, is also like renders.
Renders,
right?
yeah.
So like that's.
You gotta make them look pretty.
Exactly. And so I have a software. I know a lot of people use AutoCAD. I have a different software. It's called Chief Architect. And,
Yeah, cool.
As I'm designing the 2D drawing, it's already manipulating a 3D model,
Yeah.
right? So it's instant. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
me and Mario, he's seen it.
we've worked for hours, bro.
Yeah.
And it's so easy because you get to visualize it as you're creating the concept of what you're trying to design. And so it's just it's very user friendly for anybody who wants to try it. All the designers out there, and
It's actually, I want to pick up on it just because I watching the old man, like one of the things that I think makes a good and a successful builder is understanding how to design floor plans according to the lot and how to generate, how to maximize the space that you can build a house for a client, obviously for their budget or whatnot. But I remember one of my favorite parts, just watching the old man. He used to have a designer, Acosta, and we would sit down for hours on a Saturday. Just, I know. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have anything. Sometimes when you're around, it's better not to say anything and just listen and learn.
Yeah.
But just listening and understanding why certain dimensions were the way they were, the size of rooms, and
Yeah.
a perspective to the eye and lines, and it's if you're a builder, you need to learn the drafting part of it.
Yes.
You really do.
I mean, that's the whole plan.
Right.
it's the key.
You can't build it without that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah,
Like,
absolutely, you gotta understand it.
It's the key.
Yeah.
It's the roadmap.
Yep.
Or the blueprint.
The blueprint, yes, exactly. And just other things that I offer as far as when it comes to the actual design, and I want to show this to you guys. It's a little more complex because you try to minimize, like, trades calling you for, hey, ¿qué es esto? Y blah, 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 right? So there's even a sheet where we do tile selections on your floor plan, right? And
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to show you an empty one, and this is an actual one that you get to see. So it'll be the floor plan, the
Badass.
selections that the client selects, and even the grout colors.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Cool.
and it's very detailed. And then we do the same thing for your exterior design, right? So that was the concept, and this was the final product.
We'll go ahead and just
Yeah.
like that. Go.
But yeah, so and all these tools I offer to all builders.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah. And for SCBA, I do a discount. It's 45 cents a square foot for plans. And if you want, like, I call it the premium package, which is all this, it's $1 a square foot.
Yeah, nice. Pfft, that's affordable, bro.
Yeah.
Super
it's-
affordable.
Yeah. I know some drafters charging $1 just for plans, or like 85
I
cents.
charge more than that.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. Of course. I'll have you start
Okay,
drafting
I gotta
my
take that
stuff.
back. Just kidding. But
Get your ass to the office.
Yeah, no, I'll have you start drafting my stuff. Yeah, hell yeah. I need help, man. I got a lot of work right now, and I can't get to all of it. And I can't design all of it.
and so talking about that is I have a guarantee is once we finalize the floor plan where you're like, hey, Chris, this is what I want, you'll have your full set in 4 days.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a big statement.
Nah, I know, but I have systems already in place too where it's easy to
You can make it happen.
Yeah.
We're using ChatGPT. We're using AI. No, dude. No, that's cool, bro. I actually need some help right now. I've got a clinic that I got to design, and I have not gotten a chance to it, man. And I was gonna try to turn in at least the layout this week. So maybe we can sit down tomorrow if you got time.
And I apologize for the structure.
That's all good, bro. You
sorry.
guys out of business. That's all that matters.
I'm sorry. I want to be your friend.
Can we please be friends?
You know, just a little segue on the side a little bit, but I don't know from the people tuning in live or the people that are going to watch this once it's posted. As y'all could see, the firm brought some bags, and they actually, Miss Patricia from the firm, she is donating all the. This is all groceries for the veteran
Nice.
for tomorrow's ribbon cutting.
What time is that?
It is
So
at
everybody
10.
can-
It's
yeah.
at 10 a.m. I would really be very appreciative if the people that donated materials showed up. It wasn't an easy thing to do, but it was something that as an organization we took on, and we all. I would like to believe that when you join the organization and the organization's doing something, you're just as part of it, of the people making these decisions.
Yep.
Because when you're signing on as a whole. And it shows a lot to be able to show up in numbers.
Mhm.
So I really hope that everybody shows up tomorrow. And like
We're
I
only
s-
as strong as we are united.
yes, sir.
Correct.
I really hope that everyone shows up. It was something that was really good, and I want to say thank you to other people that did donate. I know I took on this project not too long ago, maybe about 7 months ago now. That I took all over that project, and prior to that, there was people that already had put in work and whatnot. But thank you to everybody that did come out and donate, from Matt's Cash and Carry, McCoy's, Spino, Gilbert did some donation as well. CJE, Structure,
Of course.
um,
With a
w-
C.
with Floor and Decor, Illuminations. They did all the lighting. Rich Heritage Construction. We've had people donate their time and work.
Yeah.
You know, and it was good. It was good. I know that he's very excited to get into his house.
I'm sure.
I think
It's a
he's
nice home, dude.
Oh man,
I saw it on your story, and I was like, wow, like
it's
super cool.
It came out really nice.
Yeah,
It came out really
super
nice.
nice.
I was picking those selections on the fly too.
Really?
Well, yeah, dude. Like you ain't got time to go and really sit down. I was just like, okay, this is gonna look good. Whatever. I mean, it turned out really good. But I mean, you can see a product.
Yeah.
You know, in your mind, you know how it's gonna come out or whatnot. But I'm just excited for him to be able to just walk into his house, and he doesn't have to leave now and not be able to come back. Like now, he's gonna be able to walk into his house, and at the end of the day, he's gonna go back into that same house.
Yeah. He's gonna sleep there.
He's gonna sleep there, bro.
Yeah.
And I told him that he couldn't sleep there until we gave him the keys and the certificate of occupancy.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, bro. The STBA should be really proud of putting that together.
I think so too. And Miss Patricia had requested that Ulises be the. We set up a mic, but she wanted Mr. Ulises to be the face because that's his real estate firm.
Yeah.
And maybe say a couple words on behalf of the firm for donating the groceries.
What do we got? We're squeezing in here. What are we doing? Oh,
okay.
Don't be shy.
don't eat this.
Don't eat this. But I mean, it was a great thing.
It is a great thing, man. It's a very powerful thing to be able to give back to the community, bro. Honestly.
Yeah. Especially getting all the builders together to do that. Like,
yeah.
A lot of people think
It's not hard. It's not easy, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard building a house that has a budget.
Yes.
Try to build one that has zero budget. There is no money.
There's no funds.
You have to make them up here.
You try and run it off hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
It's crazy because there's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I don't know, I'll probably get judged for this, but was the very first Fast and the Furious. I thought that was one of the coolest movies ever when I came out.
Not the 10th one, right?
Not the 10th one. Yeah, by the third one, they lost me. I was like, what the heck is going on now? But it was funny because they go and they're going to go see what the competition has, right? So they break into his garage, and they open up the hood, and I think it was Toretto that said they're trying to run off hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Because there was no engine in the car.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
Yeah.
basically what it is, man. How you said, it's hard enough to build a house with the budget. Imagine without a budget. And you're hoping that people come together and donate and stuff. Like, that's
Yeah.
wild. But now we got Mr. Ulises in here.
But it got done.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Ulises. I'm with the firm Real Estate Company.
And he's a professional on the mic.
If anybody doesn't know, Patricia Baez, that's my mother right there. She's everything. She's the one that teaches me everything. Everywhere I've gotten in life is because of her.
Nice.
So I want to say thanks to her first off. But yeah, we brought some groceries. These are going to be delivered tomorrow to the veteran. So we want to give them like a welcoming home. So you can have supplies. It's food that's not going to expire in the next 2 weeks. It's gonna last them a long time. So
Awesome.
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome. For anybody that doesn't know, Mr. Ulises here is not just in charge of all this equipment and making sure that we get this podcast up and running, but he's also taking the responsibility of STBA now wanting to help out with the promotion of our builders' products. You know, and I really hope everyone takes advantage of this, because if for every outlet that your product could be on, it's just a benefit for yourself. And I think that
added benefit.
it's an added benefit, yes, sir. And Ulises is going to go to every builder's office, products that they have on the ground, and take video, brief interview with the builder. And we've already had companies start taking advantage of that.
Yeah,
You
good.
just released one, no? A video?
Yes, we just did one with Reese Bath and Kitchen.
Oh,
so
yeah, that
they're
was
going to
nice,
have
bro.
a grand opening on October 26th. So
Yeah.
it still has its doors open for you to go in and shop, but
Okay.
official grand opening.
So right now it's like a soft opening type of thing, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so
The video looked great.
Any
Yeah, it did.
builders or any members of the STBA, send me a text and we'll set up a time to get some shots of your job sites, of your office, have an interview with you, and just promote yourself to all the builders and all your clients.
It's at no charge, man. This is part of what it is of you being a member. So I highly recommend everybody take advantage of it. And another thing that we're trying to do with the SCBA is we're trying to get this website fully up and running. And I want to I'm already talking to a couple photographers where I want to get every builder's headshot. Also, along with a house, everybody has that jewel house that they love. They're like, man, that was my best project. Get a builder's headshot, get them to submit a picture of their house. And I want people to be able to go into the stba.com or stba.org and let me see, what builders are there? Boom. Okay, this builder, Bale Construction. Boom. Bale's picture, products of Bale. Boom, boom. Mr. Bale has been building for so many years. Mr. Bale has had construction shop sites from boom, boom. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want to do that for everybody. Because
who's doing the website?
Mr. Paco.
Oh, nice.
So there's things that are coming. I actually had a person call me the other day, and he was like, hey, man, I can't find the website. Well, the website was down.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things is that, we are literally taking this as it comes, and there's systems that we're trying to create in place, and these systems take time. But that I was talking to Paco, and I'm actually going to meet with him next week. That is something that I see. Like, you know what? Let's have this website up. I want every builder to be on there. I want there to be a tab to where it's like, boom, all these builders. Where do they build? Oh, but this builder builds in Harlingen too. This builder builds here. He's done houses here. What are you looking for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because McCoy's now, we're making, shout out to Manny from McCoy's. Manny from McCoy's calls me and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know that y'all's podcasts and everything y'all are doing, it got word up there with the CEOs.
Good.
He's like, people are starting to
Dude, Manny's been a supporter of us, bro, since the beginning. Yeah, man. That's awesome, dude.
he's real cool.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. And it got to the point where now McCoy's wants to make STBA an official partner of McCoy's.
Yeah.
So that's just beneficial it's a big benefit for all builders, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
That's
That's huge.
That's
That just means we're doing stuff right.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm really proud of that.
It's funny because like I met this guy in jiu-jitsu. Like,
We would kick each other's ass every day
Yeah,
at
like-
6 a.m.
it's like Goku and Vegeta.
It was funny because we were actually this is how I consider him a good friend of mine. I mean, once you kick each other's ass for a long time, you start to create some sort of respect, right? So it was funny because
After I kicked his ass, I felt sorry, bro. I'm like,
After-
all right, I'll make him my friend.
After you armbarred him.
Dude, remember when I fucking there was this like back take. You do this back take and you lift the person up, but that same momentum you kick the ankles and it will literally make a person pendulum. Like it will drop you on your neck and like
Yeah.
you'll get dropped like on your shoulder, your neck. But so we were practicing this. So if somebody throws a punch, there's a way to get under it, like. Because most people about 96% of the population doesn't know how to fight. And when people fight out of anger, there's no thought that goes to it or whatever. So in jiu-jitsu, they teach you how to defend yourself or whatever. So we're doing this move, dude. And
Before a competition, FYI.
before a competition, and I'm like, okay. And I go to do this move, dude, and I didn't realize how fast the momentum was going to be. We're big dudes, you know, I'm 210, 2 whatever. So the momentum and the power that we're driving is super fast, right? I lift him, sweep his ankles, and all you see is just Chris get driven into the ground.
Shoulder first, like
And I just boom, and I was like,
both of our weights just fall on my shoulder, and I'm like, oh,
bad,
dude.
bad. But it wasn't intentional. It was just like we didn't understand.
Was it?
I didn't mean.
I had a fight on that Saturday. I was like, fuck you. No, but it was one of those things where you don't understand your own strength and stuff. But we were doing all these things, and then somehow that's how we met Andrew Riddle. We met Andrew Riddle. Andrew Riddle also practices jiu-jitsu, and we were kicking
Shout out
each
Gold
other.
Financial.
Yeah, shout out Gold. Shout out Andrew, man. Andrew's also been very good. But
He's a good guy, man.
yeah, he is. And somehow the instructor's like, man, it's kind of funny how you three ended up here or whatever. And we're like, what? And he's like, yeah, like all y'all do the same shit. We're like, what? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, Andrew's a mortgage lender. What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, and Chris does like drafting. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, I'm a fucking builder. And he was like, what the fuck? And then we started hanging out, and we're like, dude, like, it's just funny because we didn't you go into the jiu-jitsu or golf and these things that take a lot of mental capability to take care of. You go in there and the last thing you talk about is work. You know, it never crossed my mind to ask this guy, hey, what do you do for work while he's fucking choking me out? Or, you know what I mean? Like, you don't think of that shit, you know? Like, okay, like, I got to survive this because I have to fight this guy for 6 minutes and I still got 8 more rounds to go with 8 different people and survive. You know what I mean? So it was funny how that's how that came about. And like, now it's like Andrew, Chris, myself, and we're like, hey, let's go golf.
Yeah,
You know what I
close
mean?
friends.
Like, and it's funny because it's like when he started telling me his story, and we actually got to get to know each other. I was like, dude, you gotta share your story to the industry because I really believe in like there's just like there's success, there's failure, and
Yeah.
from failure comes success.
Absolutely.
You know, and what I
You can't define one without the other.
yes sir, and I understand everybody likes to paint the perfect picture of success, but not everything
That's
you
not the
see.
reality.
No, like Facebook has a lot of fake, so you got to be very careful what you believe that's being posted as a client. I'm not talking as a builder, as a client.
Yeah.
You got to be careful because anybody can create anything nowadays, like for real, and that's just the reality of it, you know. But
No, and what I was gonna say is, from the moment I met you to now, like you're like a totally different person, man. Like in a good way, like. And I see him take charge with the STBA.
You were shitty back then.
Your guard
but you
retention
got
wasn't
so
the
much better.
best, you know.
Okay.
No, and it's
Keep it
amazing
in
to
light.
see what you guys are doing because
I'll see you in the cage tomorrow.
shout out UFC Jim.
Shout out UFC
DJ
Jim.
like this.
Hell yeah, DJ's a beast.
No, dude, he's kicking ass.
Yeah, no, I see it, and I saw him take charge with everything, and I was like, man, like, it's awesome to see the inception because I saw the before and the after, and it's just like you guys are doing like a good thing for all builders. Like you're creating a society, a group where you can trust each other and like communicate with others, because a lot of people like perceive that builders don't even like each other and they don't want to share.
They
their
don't need to be
secret.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't need to be like that.
I actually had a lady call me today, and her company's she's a representative of that company, the new construction company joining the alliance. And she was telling me, she was like, they came to the comedy thing, and she was like, oh, man, we've never seen that. She was like, we've never seen like all these professionals and builders together or whatnot. And it was cool to hear. And she was just like, that she was really interested in they're going to put their model home in the gallery.
Good.
And they want to compete and all this good
I
stuff.
need to put mine on there.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't put it on there, put it on there.
Hey man, I
Is there a
suggest there is a deadline. I suggest that whoever is planning on competing in this gallery, and I hope everybody does, man, because you gotta look, man. In anything in life, you gotta compete. You gotta compete. You have to. I believe in good competition brings the best out of you, man, and it's good to win. It's good to lose. Mm-hmm. You learn a lot about yourself. Trust me, we've lost jiu-jitsu tournaments where it's like, shit, we just got our asses kicked. It is what it is, you learn. But I really hope that people, builders, do get on this. But what I was saying was that this lady was really excited. She's like, I'm so excited to compete. I want to see how we do. And she's like, I've never seen all these builders together. And I was like, well, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a community. And I told her about the group chat. I really believe that the WhatsApp group chat is the number one thing right now. It really is. At all times, it's just like, what do you need?
Yeah.
It's that is key.
Somebody's always willing to answer.
Yeah.
You have access to everybody.
And shout out Julio. Julio is always there to give some sort of feedback.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see Mr. Carranza very active on the chat, and it's one thing that whenever you need somebody, there's always somebody there, man. Mm-hmm. It's key.
Yep, absolutely. We got elections coming up this year, right? At the end of the year.
Is it this year or next? I want to say, I don't know.
Because we have 7 board members.
Yes.
And the 3 members that are not on the executive board are up for re-election at the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
And then the board flips over the following year.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's every 3 years.
Okay. Well, if that we have
like
to
that.
get together. We're supposed to have David. David Flores is our attorney for the organization. We're supposed to have him on the podcast, and we'll let
Next
him.
week.
Yes, sir. And we'll let him discuss that and say when it is. I don't exactly know the date, but if
he can clarify.
there's some people that are willing, they're wanting to become board members,
Good.
and they're very active already. I already know who's coming into all the meetings. I can already I can see the face and be like, okay, you're here again, right? But there's if you're gonna want to become a board member, I would suggest to start showing up to all the meetings.
Absolutely.
Because without you showing face, what difference will you're gonna make?
Well, at the end of the day, the I was there when we set up the bylaws, right? At the end of the day, you got to get voted in.
You got to get voted in.
Yeah, you got to get voted in on the board.
Yeah.
And then once you're on the board, then the board votes for its executives.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, right? If it's a vote, then people got to see you
Yeah.
and know who you are
Yep.
to be able to vote for you.
Yep, definitely. And the organization's voting for you. So all we need is for you to say, hey, I want to become a board member, and we're going to have the organization vote on who they believe from the people that want to be a board member, right?
Absolutely.
But that's just to keep everything fair and
fresh.
and fresh.
When we set up the bylaws, that was extremely important for us, right? We didn't want an organization that was going to stay stagnant.
Yeah.
It's got to continue to evolve.
Yes.
When did you start the organization?
We started in 2020,
2020.
right?
Yes, sir.
2020, yeah,
2020.
2020.
Yes, sir.
In June, July-ish of 20. So, yeah, we're 23. So,
Yes,
it's
sir.
at the end of this year, bro.
Yep.
End of this year, we do elections.
Yeah. It's gonna be good though. It's like Ronnie said. It's just about keeping things fresh and keeping things moving. But at the same time, I mean, the names that are already there are gonna still be there. So if people vote for them again, they'll be again. You know, there's no bylaw that says that the same person can't be on there again. You know, to me, and I'm gonna say this now and say and if you ask me, I'm gonna say the same thing. For the gallery and for the boards and all that, to me, it don't matter to me who wins or who doesn't. I just want things to be fair within the organization.
Yep.
I think that that is my number one priority. As long as things are fair, especially in the gallery, that to me is number one. I could care less about awards or whatnot. Success is more important to me than anything else, and being fair is what matters, right?
Well, and you also get exposure as a builder. It's like an extra way to showcase what you have and what you build.
Oh, the gallery?
Yeah, the gallery in
yeah.
itself. Like, that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, and then we got the magazine. We already got like 7 entries on the magazine. We got
How many home entries do we have so far?
5.
5.
And I got another company that called me yesterday, and that particular company's debating on to either put 2 or 3. So we're moving.
I'm doing either 1 or 2.
That's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I haven't decided, but
I
at least put.
I would love
If you have product,
put it
Put
in.
it out there.
it'll cost you more money to advertise it somewhere else.
Not to mention the leads that it's going to generate.
You put in
because
a
of
house.
it.
You put in a house. The house comes with it being in the gallery of homes, but it also comes with a half page of the magazine.
Yeah.
So your company's automatically in the magazine.
Which a half page in a magazine is going to cost you around that.
It's
same
like
amount.
$850. Half
That's
a
what I'm
page.
saying. Just do it. So you'll sell the house.
Quick.
Yeah.
That's why the meeting on Tuesday is very important for every person that is going to be competing or even thinking of competing in the gallery. Show up, listen to what this man has to say. At the same time, come with questions, man.
Yeah.
Get your questions answered. This is what we're doing this for.
Yep.
I want everybody to understand that. Like, dude, show up, ask whatever questions you have. Don't be ashamed or don't feel like anyone's going to say anything. This is for you.
Yep.
Like, it's for you at the end of the day.
This organization was created for builders.
Yes, sir.
I love how it's at
First
Killers.
and foremost.
Oh, yeah. The meeting's at Killers. And Mr. Sergio's
AKA
sponsoring.
Mr. Dimples.
Mr. Bowtie. He's got the sponsor, but it comes with so that same Tuesday for all the golfers out there in the organization.
Mario.
That same Tuesday, Killers has a tournament, and
Nice.
and whoever wants to play that's an SCBA is already in.
Really?
Yes,
For free?
for free.
What?
Yeah, it's a 2-man tournament.
2-man tournament.
Depending how many
Damn.
teams, and there's prizes and all that.
Yeah,
so-
they do
Wow.
prizes and stuff like that. So it's cool, man. I want to make it I want to make it fun for you guys, man.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
You can't just be all business all the time.
Yeah.
That's cool, bro.
Yes, sir.
What else we got coming up?
After the gallery, I'm gonna switch my focus into finding a way to take FCBA national. I know it's something that
Yeah.
Mr. Carranza is pushing on me, and I haven't been able to really focus on that. We had somebody that said that they were gonna help, and that's why I'm a firm believer. If you want things done right, do them yourself. Don't really rely on people and stuff. And I had to put that on the back burner for a little bit, but I'm going to focus on that. I might have to be going to Washington. There's a couple of meetings, national meetings that are coming up.
Let me know.
I might have to be going out there and start talking to people. There's certain rules that the state and the national organization has on what it takes to become a nationally recognized organization, right? There's certain rules. So we're trying to figure out how we can play by the rules, right?
Yep.
You have to be able to play by the rules. So with that being said, that's where our focus is going to once the gallery is done. At the moment, we're trying to structure everything with the gallery, from the venue where we're going to have the presentation of awards, which is
That's
actually
going to be our casino night.
yes, sir. It's going to be a presentation of awards, and which is actually really cool because it's a house. So this lady was telling me, so these people bought a house that they renovated. They completely redid the whole place. So right now it looks like a modern farm style type of home, right? But she was telling me that when they were breaking down the old sheetrock or whatever the case may be, that they found the original floor plans of the house, and and it was so old that the floor plan, she was like, it was like blueprint old paper, and the walls were measured in pencil. So she framed that, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
bro.
that's really cool. You know what I mean? I was like, man, and shout out to my girl. She's the one that was like, I think you need to go look at this place and whatnot. And we went out there, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is the perfect place. You know? So we're focusing on making sure that this night turns out to be great, not just for the competitors, but for the organization, and for the people that don't want to compete but do want to go to this. You're more than welcome to go. Setups and tables are also up for the grabs on that. You could definitely pay
We'll
for
have
your
tickets
seats.
and we'll
Yeah,
have tables, yeah.
there's going to be tickets and whatnot on that good stuff. But
Who's voting?
so this was the original idea. The original idea was that we were going to get judges to vote, right? And then I had Miss Prashina with GMAR, and she's also a real estate agent and all that good stuff. She brought up a good point, and her thing was like, you know, because she was like, how about we get maybe like a real estate agent from Austin or San Antonio or somebody from Corpus or something, and let's get another agent from somewhere else or a builder to come down. And you know, we had discussed this before, right? And everybody's todos tenemos nuestros gustos.
You got to go to the committee meetings, right?
Yes.
Because it's not
Yes.
fair that the committee gets
Yes.
together, makes decisions,
Yep.
and then
So
you got to go to the meetings.
The decision that was made is that we're getting judges, and her argument was, what do judges know about construction, right? She was like, what do judges know about construction and whatnot? I was like, but I mean, you're gonna get judged on.
Well, we're gonna set the criteria, and what
Yes.
we need most from the judges is fairness.
Fairness.
And let's face it, these guys all swore, right?
Right.
An oath to be fair in our community, and so that was the idea why we decided to hire local judges.
Yes, and we're still running with that idea. We're still, but one thing that I do
But we
want,
take input.
you have to, right? So that it's the next meeting that we're gonna have is gonna be in the first week of September with the committee, so we can find out where we're at. Everybody be good with that, and I encourage every member of the organization to show up. I really encourage
If you want to have input,
input.
you got to show up to the meetings.
Yes, because I'm gonna do whatever is finalized in these meetings.
Committees, yeah.
My job is to execute, and
Hence, executive director.
and I'm the executive director, and I have to make the best decision as a whole for the organization, and I think it's only fair to execute off the time that people are putting into these meetings.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely.
With that being said, the gallery is going to be great. Like I said, Tuesday, the 29th, Killers, STBA, be there. If you participate in the gallery, please be there and ask all the questions that you can.
Yeah,
Ask
awesome.
all the questions, man. Chris, sorry, man. I feel like we've taken your...
Nah, it's good. I enjoyed the conversation.
You didn't tell us about your side project.
Oh, for those looking to do containers, I've right back at
I
it.
feel like Chris has done it all.
I've already ventured into that, so if you guys have any questions, I can give some recommendations and advice on that. The company was Build a Box.
These names, bro.
I came up with the names and branding. So.
Oh man. Y'all have anything y'all want to like put out there, or anything that...
Now, if anybody wants to reach out to me, my number is 956-900-7264, or you can follow my social media. My Instagram is blueprint_AD. Look forward to hearing from you. And anybody that needs help, especially all the new builders, you're looking to get into this venture. You want a guide to help you avoid a lot of mistakes and make
Don't
sure.
start blind.
Yeah.
God, please don't.
Don't start blind.
And if you like to golf, maybe we can meet out at the golf course.
We're really good.
Mario's
And if you want to get your ass kicked, come to jiu-jitsu class.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, 5:30 in the morning, UFC.
5:30 a.m. UFC gym on McAllen.
But I don't know,
I'll give
man.
him a call.
Adidas just called me about going pro, so who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe I start getting paid.
Do they even do golf?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've noticed this, Ronnie, but if you ever see Mario in a polo, he's more than likely going golfing. that
Yeah.
day.
Well,
Right?
looks like he's going golfing.
Some old golf pro once said, if you're dressed like you golf, they don't know
They don't
when
know
you
when you
golf.
golf.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
Wise words.
Wise words, man. So how many comments we get on this conversation?
And if anybody's got any questions, now's a good time to chime in.
Yeah, definitely. 13 different people. Nice, that's good.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, you want to incorporate it? All right, so what happened was, remember when we, with the last one?
Yeah.
The last one with Mr. Efrain?
We forgot to
Yes,
give
sir.
something away.
Yes, sir. So we kept tabs of all those comments.
So I kept that $150 gift certificate.
it's somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and add all those participants then, and then combine them with this one, and we have Barbershop 23 in here in McAllen that is donating 3 haircuts to the winner of today's.
Oh, nice.
The winner of today's.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Change it up a little.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I like it.
So that's pretty cool. So it's going to be a $150 gift card plus 3 free haircuts. His name is Jesse. And I went to go get a haircut today, and it was funny because he competed in the golf tournament.
Yeah.
And he was wearing his STBA polo.
Oh,
and his,
nice. Oh, that's the picture you
Yeah.
said. That's badass.
He loves STBA. His dream is to become a builder too. He's like, man,
Yeah.
I love building.
Yeah,
But,
that's cool.
Yeah, shout out to
you do.
Jesse. He's my barber too.
Yeah, he's our barber, and
our barber.
he was like cutting my hair this morning, and he was like, "Hey man, do me a favor, bro." He was like, "Say on the podcast, I'll give 3 free haircuts, bro." He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, "I really like what y'all are doing right now." So
That's very cool, bro.
Hey man, that's 3
Shout out to him.
haircuts. That's $90.
Yeah, no,
Pay
that's
$30
really good.
a haircut.
Yeah, I know he's doing an event this Friday too, where he's donating haircuts to veterans.
Wow.
Oh,
very
for
cool.
real?
On Friday, yeah.
That's really cool.
You know, that's
so-
what I'm saying. We got to support people like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool,
it's
man.
Barbershop 23. It's on 23rd between Dove and Trenton.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely. And he's actually looking to do some remodel work right
If
now.
he's listening, bro, put your address on there on the comments.
Yeah, Jesse, put it up there, bro. He said he was going to tune in, so he's an avid listener, too. He's on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
What's up, Jess?
Jesse. Yeah, bro. Good
Very
guy.
cool.
So what are we doing?
All right, so next week we got David Flores.
Yes, sir.
And I think we're trying to get Nash the following week.
Yes.
Oh, that should be a fun one. So anyway, Nash, if you're listening, bro, get ready.
Get ready, bro.
I got questions,
And we need answers.
and we need answers.
Okay, so we got a total of 21 different people. This is including the one that we missed with Mr. Gomez.
Let's do 3 people, right? So each can get a haircut, and they can try. 3 people can try Jesse.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
right?
so
let's do that.
Let's do 3 people for the haircut,
Okay.
and then we'll do 1 for the gift card.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. So give me 3 numbers from 1 through 21.
You're the guest of honor, bro.
All right, lucky number 7 and 11.
7, 7,
Somebody plays craps.
7,
And 11.
11. If I
And-
hate iPhones, bro. I don't know why you all mess around with this stuff.
Yeah, guys, I'm a big advocate on Samsung. Once Jobs passed away, RIP Jobs, Apple phones are not the same, especially for like realtors and builders who are trying to take pictures and videos. A Samsung has way better quality, and there's a lot more apps that help you just magnify what you're trying to do in the video. And so,
Long story short, get off the I.
get off the iPhone train.
Give
I
me
got-
one more number.
I got stock in Apple, guys. I'm gonna bleep that. I'm gonna need you to stop talking like that.
Give me another number. 7, 11.
Ronnie, You choose the last one.
I'll go with. Do we have 27?
No, we got 1 through 21.
All right, 1 through 21. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with 19.
19. Okay, so the winners for the free haircuts is number 7 is Ruben Reese the third.
Yeah.
Hey, Ruben.
Shout out, Ruben.
He's like, hell yeah. Number 11 is Izzy Rodriguez from
Nice.
Top Texas.
Shout
Yeah.
out, shout out, Izzy.
Yeah, Izzy's always on there.
I chose both of you guys, FYI.
Hey, for real. And then
boys.
number 19 is Tito Garza.
Not sure.
I don't know who that is.
Tito.
Tito, you
let's
won
go.
that. All right, so give me a number from 1 through 21, but except from the ones you already picked.
Number 1.
There you go.
Mr. Dan Cantu.
Yes.
Oh,
Bro, he doesn't even have hair. He doesn't
Shout
even
out
have
to Main
hair.
Development.
Dan won.
I chose you too.
So
Dan.
so what did Dan
What
win?
does he get though?
He got the gift card.
Oh, there you go. He doesn't get the haircut. He don't need it.
What gift card is it?
It's just a universal gift card, $150 wherever you want to go.
Oh,
Dan.
damn.
Yeah.
Take me.
Wherever
Take-
you want to go, Dan.
Dan, you remember the last meeting, so you definitely want to take all of us with you.
You remember. What are you talking? You know what we're talking about.
You know what we're not talking about.
No, well, I just want to say thank you to everybody that tunes in. I want to say thank you to all the people that listen to this stuff, listen to our podcast. We have these conversations with the idea of trying to make them informative and to get you to learn of the people that are within our industry. And if you could take anything off of it that's positive and take the negative into a positive, I mean, that's what this podcast is
Yeah,
about.
we did our job.
Yes, sir.
Good job, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that was fun.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, very cool.
Hey, come here.
Yeah, you're
come
gonna
here.
shout
Let's
out.
let's just
Oh,
give
yeah,
let's just
yeah,
give a
yeah,
big
yeah,
thank you
yeah.
to this guy.
Before we-
Come here before we cut off.
FYI, guys,
Come on.
London on Thursdays has karaoke night.
Hey, where's
He would know.
You would find me here at 10
Over
p.m.
here, over here, over here. Over
Hey,
here.
Singing
set him
Grupo
up, set him up, set him
Frontera.
up.
Set 'em up.
This guy.
Ahorita cable.
Let's just say this guy somehow ended up here.
Have a seat, sir.
Oh, you
Man,
should have
we gotta
commented.
Hey, this is gonna give us unlimited drinks, right? For life, lifetime drinks.
Come on.
You said,
Come
bro.
on.
How are the games here on Sundays? Does it get packed during
Man, that's a hot spot to be right now.
Twin Peaks?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I know where I stand in the food chain.
But if you're on the north side,
I'm a true businessman. I'm not gonna lie.
bro, we'll bleep that out. Just add
Talking
your
to the
add
microphone.
London's.
Talking to the microphone.
Check.
No, it's not on. Why is it? Oh, because it's not plugged in.
Sorry, can't be game manager straight.
Yeah, have you gotten a chance to go to Twin Peaks?
I can't afford it, sir. That's my wife.
Here we go.
All right, let's
there
do
we
this.
go.
Let's do
Let's
this.
do
All right.
this.
So how does this work? Like,
Okay, so as this is
We're
the
gonna ask
only
you 10 questions.
yeah.
Wow.
The bullet round.
It taps you in. This is
Yeah,
Mr.
that's a
Naveen.
whole different level.
maybe FanDuel will buy us now or something.
He's he's
Somewhat.
the
I think
owner.
I'm already getting calls. Yep, yep. They're gonna buy us.
commission. out of this.
Just wanted to say thank you for having the podcast here, man, and
worries,
thank you
no
for having our last meeting here.
That you're now this is official home for your group, so it's a good place
yeah.
to
Yeah.
you know.
All STBA members get a discount.
I was just going to ask that.
We'll give you a 10% discount on food here.
Really?
Yeah. We can do meetings and so forth. Whatever
Really?
you guys
Oh,
want.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Hey,
Hell yeah.
that's nice.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's huge.
So
Appreciate
what did
that.
we talk about today?
you
bit
know,
of this, little
all
bit
these
of
companies. There's so many companies.
Yeah.
These are all ventures.
We basically talked about what not to do as a builder.
Yeah. What not to do as a builder. That
I
was-
can tell you what to
want that
do
to
as
be
a
the
bar
title.
owner, so don't worry. That's all I can tell you.
So, what do you have like on the calendar for London? How does your weekly schedule work for the people that would like to know?
Man, you're so good at this.
They want to know when karaoke night is.
You already know, brother. you know very well when karaoke night is.
Let everybody know.
Yeah, no, we're the spot to be for the Cowboys games.
Yes, sir.
Everyone
Cool.
has a good time when they're here. Mario used to know that.
Oh
before.
yeah, boss. I mean, it was last season. I'm gonna still come and check it out.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, these guys on Sundays you can catch the door open on the side and they have the barbecue pit going, barbecue for the whole place.
We
It's
open
here.
legal hours, okay?
Yeah, there's barbecue going from the a.m.
Side door open at 9 a.m. No. It's good. But yeah, whatever you guys need from us, you know that. This is your home.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Every quarter we're gonna have dinners here or lunches and
Yes,
so
sir.
forth. You know.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
We didn't get that day on when is karaoke? You got a
Thursdays.
lot of people
Thursdays.
Okay.
Thursdays.
What time does it start?
9 o'clock and ends at 2 a.m.
we got a couple
Hey, are we
singers.
gonna try to do? We
Yes.
talked about
Yeah.
doing a STBA contest.
Yeah,
singing
we-
Do a
contest.
karaoke competition.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
want to do a
that would be
karaoke
fun.
competition, like a little
Sign me
mixer
up.
competition.
The next Valley Idol.
I think it would be cool before the gallery to just
Yeah.
ease things up for everybody. Because I've had builders already call me and be like, "Hey man, I'm stressing out. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this house." I'm like, "Hey, chill, relax."
Come sing some songs.
Don't stress out. Call Chris. He's been through worse, bro. It's all good.
Chris has been through the trenches, bro. No, but thank you.
Oh, no worries. No
Thank you
worries.
so
Whatever
much,
guys
man.
need.
We appreciate you. And
Yeah, man.
this is Naveen, owner here and very active operator here at London. London.
No choice. We have no employees.
I have one question.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl this year?
I don't know. You know, I'm a businessman. I hope so.
The answer is yes.
I'm like that
Every
guy
year.
that hopes the custom made. He changes 100 times, and we're like, you know what? It's gonna be 50,000 more. It's okay. That's what I want. I want those kind of situations. The Cowboys even make it to God only knows, man.
God only knows.
I'm Hindu, you know that. So football and me are, you know, I don't know what to tell you what it is. Like, I played high school football. I was excited with my last name on my jersey, and that was a win.
Yeah.
They were like, we have fifth string. Who is it? Naveen only. Yes, baby.
That was the last options
Yeah.
to the last
They
options.
put me in against Brownsville Hand. I was like, really, coach? And he was like, look, Naveen, everyone's hurt. We need you in. That really is.
I'm good. I'm good, coach.
I went in
We're good.
first play, out, done. I was out.
That's awesome.
I'll never forget
That's
that.
funny, bro. No, well,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
no,
for having
appreciate
us.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for everybody that tuned in today. We really appreciate everybody that does tune in, supports this, and to all the people that are avid listeners, we really appreciate you
Yeah.
guys. We're gonna
official
be
home of the podcast.
Tuesday. Tuesday we will be at Killers 6
time?
o'clock.
Oh,
We're gonna
6.
meet at 6 o'clock, and like I said, every STBA member has the opportunity to play in their tournament. That starts at 6:45, and come out, get intel on the gallery, and go have a good time, man.
Yeah.
It's for
It'll be
everybody
fun.
to get some information on what we're doing, and not just that, and have a good time and play around the golf. It's actually pretty interesting once
Yeah.
you see these screens and you understand how analytical it is. It's like,
Seriously,
oh my god.
It explains the swing plane that you're on, the direction that the ball's going, the flight, where you hit it on the actual driver head. It's super, super
But
knowledgeable.
when you play there and you go onto the real course, is it the same or no?
It's different because you're hitting on turf, so no matter what, you're gonna make contact with the ball.
Yeah.
Right. When you're out there on the actual course, like
Things
there's
are
times where you just
slanted.
chunk and you know
You're cutting grass.
you're excavating is what we call it.
And those 12
You don't wanna be
beers
that
you've had
guy.
already. Like, it's all right.
No, you'd be surprised. We take it so serious we don't drink.
Yeah, no, we just stay hydrated, especially because you know it's 120 degrees out there.
We're out there really trying to be
I
good.
can see from the figures you guys have. You're not lying. You see an 18 pack of beer right here, bro. Kidding me.
No, well, thank you to everybody that tuned in today. And any questions, any concerns, or anything to have to do with SCBH, feel free to reach out to me at any time. Anybody
Yeah.
else got anything?
No, man.
Cowboys Super Bowl this year is the year.
Thank you, guys.